Time for the Morning Rush. We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. We'll begin with our next big weather maker moving in over the next 24 hours. So for today, we're going to be watching for some snow showers over southern Colorado, beginning to creep across the state line into our northern mountains. Tonight, overnight, and into tomorrow morning, those showers will expand. And as that cold front drops in here, we're going to be looking at a much better chance for rain and snow by tomorrow night. This does continue for the early part of our Friday. Crystal?
And we're following today's top local stories. We start with Sarah Yingling.
This morning, one man is dead and another is in custody after a shooting in the North Valley. Bernalillo County deputies responded to a shots fired call in the 100 block of Cynthia Loop Northwest. They found a 61-year-old male dead from a gunshot wound to the head. Deputies identified that man as Charles Yulry. Right now, one man is behind bars as detectives continue to interview more people. Catherine?
Happening today, city councilors will consider hiring 30 employees to help cut down on response times for property crimes. The hired help would only respond to property crimes, 6 new crime scene technicians, 6 new police service aides, and up to 14 retired or former officers. It's part of a proposed pilot program aimed towards addressing the high number of burglaries, auto thefts, and home break-ins in the metro, and the APD officer shortage. That way, there would be more officers to respond to priority calls and violent crimes. The meeting is at 5 in council chambers.
This morning, a repeat car theft suspect is in trouble once again. This after police say they busted him in another stolen car. Police say they spotted the car that had just been reported stolen near a trailer park in northwest Albuquerque. The suspect, Donald Candelaria, took off on foot, but police say they were able to find him. Police say 2 stolen vehicles were found on Candelaria's property. On to developing news now. The manhunt continues this morning for the gunman who killed 39 people during a New Year's party at a trendy nightclub in Turkey. Authorities detained at least 16 people who police believe may have helped the killer in this attack. ISIS sympathizers now claim the shooter escaped back to ISIS territory, possibly over the border into Syria. This morning, we now know when a man accused in a deadly car crash while street racing will go to trial. Xavier Nelson's trial date is set for December. He's charged in the crash that killed the 10-year-old girl back in November. Police say he was going more than 100 miles an hour when he struck the van the girl was in. She was thrown from the van and died. He is now charged with reckless driving resulting in death. On to new details. In just weeks, the governor plans to get tougher on repeat drunk drivers in New Mexico. In her agenda for the upcoming legislative session, she wants tougher minimum and maximum sentences for people with 4 to 7 DWI convictions. Now, she also wants officers to be able to appear in court via video to curtail all the cases that get dismissed because officers miss court hearings. On to news happening today. President Obama and Vice President-elect Mike Pence will both head to Capitol Hill. The president will try to save the Affordable Health Care Act, while Pence plans to strategize with GOP leaders on how to reverse it. Repealing the law has been a focus on the incoming Republican-dominated Congress and President-elect Donald Trump. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index still pretty low. We're waiting about 24 hours before we start to see some impacts here in Albuquerque for that winter storm. But we're only looking at a 2 because of the chilly morning temperatures. Will climb back to the 50s today. A little bit more sunshine and light winds. Crystal?
These pictures of raw meat left outside an Albuquerque restaurant has a lot of people talking this morning. They were taken outside Best Lee's Asian Gourmet off Carmel near Paseo on Monday. When we checked yesterday, meat was sitting by the back door once again. We asked the owner about it. He claims the meat's for his employees. We reached out to the city's health department. It sent out an inspector who made them destroy the meat that was sitting out. This morning, the mayor of a small New Mexico town will start looking for a new police chief after the city council fired the top cop last night. The decision came last night during a heated council meeting where residents vented their frustrations about crime. One councilor pointing out that one officer had already quit, leaving the department with only 3 officers and the chief. After the chief learned he was getting the boot last night, he did not want to comment. In just hours, the city of Albuquerque will break ground on a multi-million-dollar project downtown. Plans for the One Central development include a parking garage right there with more than 400 spaces, apartments, retail space, restaurants, even a bowling alley. The parking garage is scheduled to be finished by late this year, with the rest of the project expected to wrap up a few months later.
Quick check on traffic this morning. Expect in general a little bit more volume as APS gets back to school today. But the only slow spot we have out there, Paseo eastbound from Jefferson to about Wyoming, and Coors southbound between Alameda and Paseo. Crystal?
New this morning, Ford company says it's bringing jobs back to America. Ford President Mark Field says the company is stopping its Mexico plant and will instead build electric cars in Flat Rock, Michigan. It's a move the company says will add about 700 jobs. Ford says it will still move production of the next generation Focus sedan to Mexico, but it will be built in a plant that already exists there. As you begin your New Year's resolution this morning, scientists say there's no evidence that sugar-free diet drinks are better for losing weight than traditional sugary beverages. That's according to a new study. Listen to this. Researchers say artificially sweetened beverages may have a low calorie content, but they seem to trigger people's sweet taste receptors, resulting in them overeating other foods. And finally, new this morning, we all know the story of the Titanic and how it sunk, but new evidence suggests a massive fire may have helped sink the massive ship. Newly uncovered photos prove a fire in the ship's hull played a larger role in its sinking than previously believed. Now, the ship was launched with that fire burning, and officials say it required 12 men to try to tackle it for most of her maiden voyage. That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah. That's kind of goes against everything you ever thought.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know? Interesting.
Interesting. All right. Time now for the 5 facts.
We'll start with number 5 this morning. APD is trying to find the owners of a dog who seems to like being a part of the police force. The dog, now nicknamed Gilmore, was in a neighborhood near Coors and Arenal on New Year's Eve. They say as they were arresting a suspected car theft suspect, Gilmore hopped into a patrol car and was ready to get to work. If APD cannot find his owners, he will be up for adoption. For details on that, go to KRQE.com.
He's such a cutie.
He is a little cutie.
Number 4, now tonight, City Council set to vote on a resolution that could put the brakes on plans for a North Valley waste station. Councilor Isaac Benton wants to fund a study to find out the impacts of the neighborhood. If council agrees, that project will come to a halt until the study is complete. Neighbors have been upset about the proposed waste station. The mayor's office says it could save millions of dollars, tax dollars, every single year.
At number 3, today is going to be a mix of sun and clouds with temperatures in the 50s here in the metro, but strong winds expected over the Sangre Cristos and northeastern plains. Tonight, we will see snow showers expanding from the southwestern corner of Colorado into our northern mountains. This will continue through the day tomorrow. Albuquerque, our best chance for rain and snow arrives late Thursday into Friday. We'll get the winds first and then the snow. Statewide temperatures are coming down a lot by Friday. It leaves us in the low 40s.
Number 2 now, a New Mexico father who was at the center of an Amber Alert accused of kidnapping his 2-year-old is waking up in jail. Investigators say 23-year-old Sergio Jaques turned himself in yesterday. This after deputies say he set his son's grandparents' home on fire Monday, then took the boy. That was just outside of Las Cruces. An Amber Alert was issued. It was canceled later on that night after the boy was returned safely. On to number 1, breaking overnight. You are waiting to learn more about the man that police are questioning less than 24 hours after a 61-year-old man was found dead. Police say they found Charles Ulray dead with a gunshot wound in a northwest Albuquerque home yesterday. Police were on scene all night and into the early morning hours. Officers are calling this a homicide. We'll have more details throughout the day on our website and on our KRQE News app.